Okay, I'm sorry about that. I ran out of video. I forgot to delete my other ones. So back we go with the narcissistic mother. Often the narcissistic mother will put the child down to the point that the child will get into drugs as they get older, rebellion. They will learn to stuff their feelings down. They'll find unhealthy outlets for their frustrations, basically. The narcissistic mother often chases her child's friends away and obviously forces the child to do her bidding at all times. There's a lot of tactics that a narcissistic mother and narcissists in general will use. They'll use something called the bait and switch, where they promise the child something, and then as the child gets closer to the day that they're going to obtain the prize, the narcissistic mother will either forget she promised it, or say she never did promise it, or she'll award it to the other child. That's happened to me, where affection was given to other people in front of me when the narcissistic person knew that all I wanted was a hug, and I just wanted to be able to talk things out and work through things and work on my issues with this person. And instead of comforting me and trying to talk to me, they gave everybody else affection around me so that I could see it and long for it, but basically be punished because I was feeling neglected. And God forbid I ever do that to anybody, because that is the most painful thing in the world to have happen to you. Anyways, the other thing about the narcissistic mother is they will use something called a double bind, where they will tell you to do something, but they'll make it impossible for you to do it. I'm trying to think of a good example of that. Like a narcissistic mother, and this is just an example, it didn't really happen, but a narcissistic mother might give a child a really big amount of work to do and yet not supply them with the supplies to get the work done, and then yell at them because they didn't do the work. That type of thing, that's a double bind. They use power posturing, where they will, again, make promises that they don't keep, promises to put the child in a certain position in the family and or in the ministry, if it's a ministry situation, and they will withhold that type of position. You see this a lot in cults. It's the same type of thing, where somebody's told they're going to have a ministry position and then it's never given to them, or it's yanked away and given to somebody else, that type of thing. Narcissistic parents are very authoritarian, which means don't do what I do, do as I say type of attitude. You never can measure up with a narcissistic parent or mother, period. A child always feels like they long for some type of a connection, some type of a way to fill the void, and it's never filled. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, I'm a Christian, I'm a Jesus follower, and even with Jesus, there are emptiness and spots in my life that are not yet filled, and that I really have my doubts will ever be filled. Although I'm told by other Christians that I can heal from these things and that they can be filled, but I'm just being real human with you. I try to be, the authority, and I'm just telling you I'm coming clean and being true with you and real with you, that I'm still hurting over a lot of things. And the only way I know I'm hurting is because once the narcissists come back into my life, I'm still hurting over the things that they do and did to me. So my best advice to you is to stay as far away from these type of people as you possibly can get. If you're married to one, I will pray for you, because that's probably the hardest thing, because you can never get away from them. But you do need to establish your self-worth and continue to practice healthy self-care regardless of what these people are doing, because you deserve it and you're a special person and God loves you. And anyways, that's all I have to say on that. On the next tape, I'm going to talk about some of the things that you need to do to heal or start your healing from being in this narcissistic relationship with your mother or whoever it might be. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next tape. Bye.